like me and always look up when a plane is flying over. Welcome to this episode of Ask Dad. So today I thought I would show you how to fold an airplane. And if you're like me, my whole life I've stared at the sky, wanting to be a pilot, wanting to fly planes. But as a little kid, all I could do was fold airplanes. And this by far is my most popular and my kind of go-to plane when I want to fold a quick airplane and throw it. So let's jump right in. Today I'm going to show you how to make a paper airplane. And this is the finished product of the paper airplane. This is a great flyer, easy to make, and I started making these when I was very young, and it's very simple to do. So please follow along. The first step is you want a single piece of paper, and just 8.5 by 11 works great, and I've made all sorts of sizes based on the size of paper I was using. And the first step is quite simple, is you just fold it in half. You line up the corners, and then make a crease so you have a piece of paper with a crease down the middle. Fairly simple. So that now we have two halves. The next step is you see the line right here. We're going to fold each side down and make a little triangle right on the crease. So where the crease is, that's where you create the triangle fold that you're doing. And then again, crease down each side there. And so fold it in half, fold the paper in half, find the middle, and create the pointed part here, this little pyramid. And so now the next step is just fold this back right where this line is. And so, again, and we're going to line up our point here where the center of our paper is, and you're going to crease that. So we still have two identical halves with the little triangle. Now here's where the folds get a little more tricky, but it is quite easy still. You just fold this down, and I don't measure, but that's probably 3/4 of an inch. There's no exact spot that this needs to be, and so I'll bring it a little closer where this, but it needs to be on that center line. So when you fold this down, fold it right on that center line, and you'll crease this side, and then you'll match it on the other side. So every fold we're doing so far, if I do it on one side, I do it on the other, so it's identical, the two halves. But now here's a fold that we just fold one side up, and it's just this little tab right here. We're gonna fold up and then hold that in place while we fold the paper like this. There's only two more folds for the wings. And so I'm just going to back up a little bit, that when we fold these down and fold this tab up, it's tucking the paper into that little section. And then the wings are quite simple. You take this straight edge here and you just fold it so it's perfectly flat with the bottom here. And so this side, I folded it so it's flat with that bottom, and we're going to rotate the plane around, or the paper, and we're going to fold this down. So again, this section here is flat with this portion here. And then I just crease that down. You can use it on a flat surface, and voila, open the wings up and you have an operating airplane. And then I usually just grab it by our little tab right here, And that's where I throw the airplane. So I wanted to show you just a couple of little tricks you can do. If you'll feather up or barely bend these back so they're pointed up a little bit, when you throw it, you'll see that it kind of arches up and will sometimes stay in the air a little longer. If you want to get one down and one up, and I'm just doing the tail end of our wings here, you'll see that it'll actually twist or turn in the air. You can loop both sides back pretty good, kind of like that, and then throw it up in the sky, and it's going to do a big circle in the air. And so there's a few options you can do to make it more fun as you throw your new paper airplane. So let's go see how this thing flies. All right, let's check out how these things fly. Thanks for watching another episode of Ask Dad. If you have any questions, put them in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them with the video, and I hope you enjoy your new airplanes. When you hear a plane in the sky, do you look up and wish you could fly? Well, I do.